All right, from selling food to, guess what, home decor.
Home decor.
Our next guest is the founder of WeLivv, an interior design company focused on connecting designers, product creators, and consumers. I want to welcome to the show, I'm going to botch this, it's a Greek name, I believe, Andrew Christodoulides.
Right.
Is that correct? All right, I'm going to go Andrew for short.
Do this.
So I was in the space prior to this startup. I was doing e-commerce and home goods in the traditional sense. We were initially focused on higher end decorative lighting, eventually evolved into all aspects of home goods. And what we realize is that not all products should be treated equally online in terms of the way they're presented and sold. The chandeliers and toilet tissue were basically being sold the same way online. It was very hard for customers to really understand the difference, to distinguish between what they were looking at, where on the surface many products looked almost identical to one another. And so we came up with the idea to show products in context to help the market understand.
So in context, like a chandelier actually hung up,
exactly.
or
in authentic context. So in the homes where the products are actually being used.
So not some done-up house that
right.
is
Not
clearly
staged
not
environment.
my house.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
That's interesting. See, for the interior design, I personally feel there's such a disconnect between the people who are looking for interior designers and interior designers looking for work. There are platforms, I can name a few, but I don't think they're okay. They're okay, but I just don't feel there are too many choices, and the portfolios are sort of limited. How do interior designers submit work on your site?
So unlike some of the platforms that you're probably thinking about, we're not open. So we're really curating interior design professionals and their work that we want to feature. We're trying to create a context the market can actually rely on. And so rather than showing anything and everything that somebody's willing to share through our platform, by creating a context the market can rely on, through that approach, we've developed a model that enables us to accurately identify and tag the products within the photos that we're showing. And that's what enables the contextualized experience we're ultimately building. So a lot of the platforms that you're referring to are great for general ideas and inspiration, but they offer a very fragmented experience in terms of enabling users to take action on whatever it is that they see.
Yeah, sometimes I use them as how I use Pinterest.
That's right.
I'm like, oh, this is a nice picture. I'm gonna pin this or save this picture.
Right.
Yeah,
they're one of the platforms that we're commonly referring
Yeah.
to. Of course, they offer a wealth of amazing images. You can get great ideas and inspiration through those images, but for the most part, they're not actionable. The contents of those images are often not tagged or inaccurately tagged, and so they lead to dead ends, as do some of the more niche platforms.
Okay, so most of us, if we're just getting started in a big city, we're decorating our own apartments, right? We don't have money to afford your talent, Andrew, and all of your, people who work under you.
Yep.
What advice do you have for us in sprucing up a space?
Yeah, we're still shopping from IKEA.
Well, so it's interesting. We're curating interior design projects that we find interesting and inspiring. And while we are focused on the mid to higher end of the market, what we're finding as we're going through these images and tagging the products within them is they're not all higher end products. A lot of these products are coming from not all the way downstream brands, but very affordable brands, but are being assembled in such a way that are producing beautiful interior.
So it's not all crazy expensive.
No, it's not. And naturally, as the platform evolves, we're going further downstream for this very reason. Not all products in all projects, no matter how nice the projects are high end.
Okay.
Wow.
Because if I'm setting up my first apartment out of college, I'm like, I have like $300 for a mattress.
Ooh, that's low, Julia.
I'm gonna buy a table on Craigslist for $50 or something. I'm just trying to get by. Yeah.
The reality is the platform that we're building is the greatest impact is on the mid to higher end of the market, because that's where customers have a hard time justifying some of the high price points. Whereas when they're presented in a vacuum through professionally photographed studio shots, which is the way we're used to buying basically anything online. As I was saying earlier, it's hard to tell the difference between the IKEA product and something on the other end of the spectrum.
Yes.
Whereas if we take both of those products and show them to customers in the 10 spaces, the 10 homes where they're being used, that context association really resonates, right? Just seeing the types of homes that the products are being used in, the other products that they're being used alongside, helps customers really understand the type of product that they're looking at. Okay. So that's more important on the higher end.
So where do you see your company going in the next 5 years?
Yeah, so as I was saying, we're uniquely positioned. We're amassing millions of interior design photos. We're uniquely positioned to identify and tag the products within these photos, and we think that's the basis for groundbreaking online search and shopping experience. And so we're building a contextualized experience that enables users to search products from within photos of people's homes. And it's not just about being able to buy anything that you see, which we've all seen through, you mentioned Pinterest before, on Instagram, some of the other platforms out there have tagged products. It's about being able to search and refine. So based on seeing what you like and don't like, you can make adjustments as you go, the same way you would if you were shopping in a showroom with a salesperson. I like this, I don't like that, bigger, smaller, more modern, less whatever. And that enables users to more efficiently find products that they're looking for, and then ultimately, when they find those products, see them in all of the homes where they're already being used, which creates a much richer presentation, enabling them to understand the products and sometimes justify the higher price points. And so we think we're positioned to be a dominant player in the home goods category.
Okay. Cool. And then I have to ask you, this is tangentially related to what you do. I hear this from a lot of the interior designers and designers in general, which is I don't want to misrepresent my portfolio. I've done, let's say 4 things in my portfolio, and I put all those 4 things that I've done online to show my future buyers, right? But just because I've only done these 4 things, it doesn't mean I can't do other things. Like, I did these 4 things according to whatever the, homeowners want. Mm-hmm. But I'm also flexible. I can do the other style. I can do colonial. I can do modern. I can do I can do all. And then how do I, as an interior designer, how do I convince my potential future buyers, homeowners, to take me on as a designer?
Well, that's between them and their potential customers. It's our job to connect our audience with designers who have done work that fits their preferences or needs. And we're doing that through, obviously, through recognizing them for the amazing work that they've already done that we can show through professional photography. And unlike some of the other platforms, attributing that work to them, not showing amazing interior design work and then benefiting the advertiser who's willing to show offer their services alongside that work.
Okay.
Well, all right. Thanks for taking the time to join us.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.